So I'm here by the Oxford Canal and the railway line, as you can hear, and I'm here with a mass of greater willow herb. This is Epilobium hirsutum, and that species name simply means hairy, and probably just about pick out the fuzziness on the stems, and the leaves have got downy hairs on them as well. It absolutely loves it by this canal side, and that's it, stretching out in the distance all along this bank. And basically it's one of the two most common willow herbs you're going to find in the country, really. There's rose bay willow herb, looks very similar, but this plant, the greater willow herb, has leaves that are opposite on the stem, and rose bay willow herb, they tend to be slightly narrower and they tend to be spiraling up the stem. And the top of the inflorescence is a little bit different on the rose bay. It's sort of reasonably flat at the top, where on the rose bay sort of drops down in almost like a tent or a teepee sort of curve. But they're both good to eat. Favourite time of year for me harvesting this plant is in the spring, when the stems from the massive creeping roots here, when the stems start popping up, March and April, I just strip these leaves off because they're quite astringent, and then these stems, when they're all supple, well, poor man's asparagus is one name for rose bay willow herb, and I tell you, they're really lovely in just a little knob of butter and a little bit of water, and you just cook them for a few minutes, reduce that down to a glaze. It's gorgeous. They lend themselves well for pickling. You can put them in some spicy vinegar with some ginger and some spices. They're really nice like that. You know, probably best if you put them in a bit of salt water brine solution for a few hours to retain a bit of crunch. And then I've been putting them in chutneys with hogweed and burdock. And there are two other plants you're going to find along the canal side as well. So really common plants. Some may call this invasive, but I just call it abundant. And even at this time of year, the flowers out, well, you can drop these beautiful flowers into salads, and then the young seed pods that are just going to come after the flower drops. So when they're young and tender, again, you can plonk them into salads, maybe even flash fry them in a bit of oil, or however you find that you like them best. And as you can see, oh, the bees love it as well, as do the dragonflies. So I'd say go out and find some and start experimenting with the plant. Like I say, next spring, that's the time.